Hello and welcome back. We've got another triangle problem here, probably something to do with Pythagoras. We've got a right angled triangle and we want to find the length of x and the length of y. So we've got to recognize first of all that there's a few triangles in this problem with a variety of sides. So we've got this length here. This one here is 16 centimeters. That's clear enough. We've got this length here, which is the 20 centimeters here. We've got this y here, and we've got two sides on the bottom. Let's use this one for x, and not use the blue. And what about a nice brown for the 15 centimeters? Alrighty, so we've got two triangles that we need to work with. We've got this right angled triangle using the 16 centimeters. We've got the 20 centimeter hypotenuse, and we've got this x that we do not know. So from this one we can see that we're just using Pythagoras. So the formula that you might be familiar with is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Here c is going to be 20 centimeters. So that'll be 20 squared. We've got 16 centimeters as one of our other sides. And x, that's our unknown. So on our next line of work, I can write x squared plus 16 squared, what's that, 256. And in green, we'll have 400. Oh, let me make that a bit clearer. There we go, looking better. Alrighty, so let's rearrange this to get the x by itself. So 400 and that 256, we want to take that away from both sides. And then we'll be left with just x squared on one side. So this will be x squared equals, and 400 minus 256, that's just 144. And if we square root both sides, that will leave us with just x equals, oh, let's use purple here because we're finally getting the value of x, 12 centimeters. There we go, that was nice. So that's x done. We found it. Next up, we need to find y. So we need to draw the triangle that has y in it. We've got this really big one, and it's got to be a right angled triangle. So we've always got to include this 16. And along the bottom, we know this part here is 12. And this brown section over here is 15. So the hypotenuse is y, we don't know that. The vertical side is 16. And all together now, let's use the brown for this one. This all up here is 27 centimeters. Now don't forget your units. Even if you draw your diagram, don't forget them because it'll help you keep track of them when it's time to do the working out and your final answer. So again, we're using Pythagoras' theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Let's sub in our value. So a, that could be our 16 this time. 16 squared. What color are we using? Brown. Plus 27 squared. And our blue, that's our hypotenuse. We don't know that. So we've got 256 plus 27 squared. What would that be? Let me think. 729, and that equals y squared. Now we just want to add up 256 and 729. That'll be 985 equals y squared. We just want to square root both sides, so we'll have the square root of 985 equals y. And depending on what the question wants, does it want it in exact form, or does it want it maybe to 2 decimal places? This will be 31.38. centimeters for y. So we've got our two final answers here. We've got y and we've got x. That's it for today. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.